Check, please. Check.
Illegals in my yard.
Da 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 da.
Illegals in my yard.
Da 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 da.
Illegals in my yard. Throw them
I'm
some pesos.
pesos.
They work so hard. All right, I guess that counts as our clapping.
The boys are here. The boys are back. Podcast is officially
11?
back on. Episode 11. Randy is here.
Featuring Randman himself,
Everybody say hi.
Randuglius. I really hope that picked up him sniffing the mic.
Oh, God, I hope that shows up so bad.
that would be fucking adorable.
Randeezy giving a little sniff.
This dog is like 130 years old.
Yeah, he was like 8 when we got him.
He's like the oldest living, breathing creature on this planet.
Yeah. He's like that picture. Have you seen that picture where they're like, it's a retweet of like a cat's 21st birthday?
Yeah.
And they're like, there's no way for you to emotionally prepare for what this cat looks like. And then you swipe over and it's like the crustiest looking cat.
Oh my god.
That's him.
We had a cat that died when we were juniors in high school. And he was 3 when we got him. So he lived, if my math is correct, let's see, from 2000. I was also 3. So that would be 2005. From 2005 to
17-year-old
2019, yeah.
Or a 12-year-old cat.
Yeah. And he was really looking rough at 12. And he got leukemia and died really slow. And it was really sad to watch. But if that was what a 12-year-old cat looks like,
The 21-year-old
I don't want to see
cat.
what a fucking 21-year-old cat would even look. I couldn't even conceptualize that. Apparently, when I was younger, my aunt had a 20-year-old cat.
Oh.
And I don't even remember. And apparently, she looked great until the day she died. But I don't believe that for a second.
Nah, you can't listen to what the owner says about the cat.
No.
If it was any old animal, if the owner says anything that's like, oh, they look great, you're like,
Yeah, plus, my aunt is, she likes to revise stories a little bit,
Yeah.
I think.
she's like, the accident wasn't even that bad. And you're like, Auntie, your car exploded.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was nothing left. They couldn't even total the car because there was
Yeah.
nothing left. It was shrapnel.
But apparently, this cat lived to be 20, which is insane to think of because I can think of people that I knew that didn't live to be 20.
There's a couple of people where I'm like, yeah, you know what? 17 looked good on him anyway.
Yeah. But we're back. We're back in a different setting this time. We recorded an episode and
It was basically an excuse to hang out.
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It was awful. We recorded it on my phone, or we filmed it on my phone, so it actually looked really good because it's like an iPhone 12 filming the episode, so it was like nice and crisp and clean, except my phone storage filled up, and then my phone died immedely after. We were like, oh no,
There goes the video.
there goes the episode. We had like 28 minutes or something like that, and then we had another 45 minutes
Jesus Christ.
completely just audio, and then we started filming the rest on my iPad like we are doing and usually do, and it was such a shit show to try to put together that I was like, we can go a week without posting an
Yeah.
episode. It's fine.
Plus the episode was we're very much bouncing around idea wise.
Yeah, there was like 35 minutes.
we talked about like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas for a half hour, and I
Yeah.
said maybe 3 words.
Yeah, I just kind of
And the only 3 words I said were that book sucks.
yeah,
I've read it, and it's, by the way, Hunter S. Thompson.
fucking insane.
Yeah. And
I'm
to make a long story short, to make our almost fucking 45-minute conversation about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas a short story. Don't read it if you want an entertaining book that makes sense.
Yeah, if you
However, if you want a book that is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle behind your back in the dark, read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
while being shot at,
Yes.
yeah, it's terrifying.
And you have a concussion and you're drunk.
Yeah. You get the concussion while drunk. That's basically what the book is like.
Yeah.
It sucks. it's more if you want to learn about Hunter S. Thompson's life, and you're okay with being forced to have random words thrown at you for too long of a book, go ahead and read it. I did the audiobook, which was a mistake because it was a very talented narrator who I've had narrate multiple other books that I've read on Audible. And I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. I like this guy. He rocks. Except for the entire 7-hour audiobook, he was doing an impression of fucking Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
So it was just a
And
guy.
like, not like what you would think Hunter S. Thompson would sound like. It's more like the impression of what somebody would think that Hunter S. Thompson would sound like just based on hearing his writing.
Yeah. Because if you read it, the immediate voice you get is like, as we ran down the 91, going 140 miles an hour, off 7 blotters of acid and 3 mescaline tablets between us. You're like, all right, that's probably what the guy sounds like. And then you hear a professional audiobook narrator do that voice for 6 going on 7 hours. It's pain. And that's all I have to say about it.
Wasn't Hunter S. Thompson gay? Or no, I'm thinking of Truman Capote. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Truman Capote was like...
very gay.
He was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, that guy.
Also, by the way, another fantastic American author. But we're getting too far back into the tangent of...
fuck that book.
Being
Don't read
audiobook
it.
nerds. Anyways, we're back. It's been a minute. It's May now.
It is May. It's
Weather's
been 13
breaking.
days since we've posted an episode of the podcast.
As you can tell for our video viewers, I sounded very unintelligent when I just said that there. I sounded like a third year, like, whoa. I sounded like a third grader that's just kind of learning how to talk right.
For everybody, for all the video watchers and audio
That are watching our view
audio
video.
people, listen.
Let's try that again. For all of our video viewers on our YouTube, as you can see, me and Jake are dressed in shorts and t-shirts, which is not normally the case when we record.
No, usually
This might be the first episode I've ever recorded that I have short sleeves on.
Yeah.
Got the bucket hat inside at 8 o'clock at night, because why not?
It's actually 9:45.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I told you, I took 26 minutes to shit. We got here at 9.
Yeah.
I got out of my
Right.
bathroom at 9:26.
And
then proceeded to
a Mondo Duke.
crush of
Bro.
fucking
A
caramel
Duke of
frap.
fucking biblical proportions.
Oh, it was bad. It was kind of scary at first because I was like, I sat down, and you know, like the trial period before you're about to shit that you usually get on the toilet?
Yeah.
No trial period.
just
No trial.
Just wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
No 7-day free trial. Credit card right on the website.
Out of your bank account as soon as you click yes.
Oh, you hit yes, and they've hit you with 3 charges already. Your
Yeah.
bank is texting you asking if it's fraud.
Like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, nah, don't worry.
I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm spending my money irresponsibly.
This is of my own accord.
Yeah, this was my choosing. Don't eat your vegetables, kids. Because the one time that you try to, you're going to take a half-hour dump.
You ate your vegetables today?
Oh. I had broccoli.
Oh.
I had egg noodles with cheese and broccoli.
Okay.
And grilled chicken thighs. Oh, my God.
Sounds like a solid dinner, though.
Fantastic. Because of where we moved, I had to change to an electric grill.
Oh, you grilled it?
Yeah, actually.
You grilled?
Like on the patio.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Had to change to an electric grill because...
Why don't you just do charcoal?
We can't.
You can't?
No charcoal, no gas.
Really? Is that like a city ordinance, or is that like...
No, that's just the
property?
place. Just the place. It's in the lease, actually. Like, when I signed the lease,
Okay.
it was like the last thing was like, also no charcoal or gas grills. Get fucked.
All right.
But they didn't say anything about electric. So instead of asking, I just bought one. And I was like, fuck
That's
it.
always a solid approach.
If they get mad at me, they can lick my nuts.
Excuse me.
people bring their dogs around here with no leash, and nobody says anything. So I'm gonna fucking grill you.
I'm gonna cook on my patio. Suck my dick.
Suck
Lick
my
nuts.
actual licking nuts.
Your licking nuts is crazy.
Yeah, I might be having a stroke. A stronk.
Stroking oot. Bro, stroking oot so hard right now.
Stewardess, where's that from, Bruggard?
From Brigham.
But so, electric grill,
I'm listening. I'm sorry.
pretty gay. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've always been a charcoal guy myself.
I liked propane because it got hot fast, and I liked like a good sear on all my food, so it was easy to like kind of figure out and get shit going quick. But electric, far inferior. Takes like 8 minutes to like heat up, and no setting on it is usable besides the highest setting. And even then, you leave it on for like 8 to 10 minutes on high, and you put the food on, and there's like barely a sizzle. You gotta like close that top, close the vent on top because it's like a round top grill. So the vent on it's like the sliding circle vent on top. You gotta close that bitch, and then just like periodically let the smoke out by opening the top. And I mean, it's still grilled food. It's still tasty. But what could have
It's
taken...
kind of just more like cooking it on an electric stovetop, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like I could have put liquid smoke on my food and cooked this much faster in the house.
Yeah.
3 chicken thighs took me like 45 minutes to cook.
I haven't even seen this grill yet, so we'll
Yeah, I'll give you
on that.
I'll give you a little
Little
peek.
grill tour.
Little grill tour. But also, I bought an electric grill. There's like 3 dudes that have like real grills on their patio and have been like using them. I want to go up to them and be like,
right.
hey, fuck you.
But also,
Can I
do you
use
think-
your grill?
Think I'll be okay if I just get myself a real grill? Because I don't. Or
We had a nice grill.
yeah,
My
you
old
did.
house, we had a nice
That
grill.
was
We had
that was a
fucking
nice one.
huge,
It was
nice,
a Weber, right?
It was a huge Weber with the electric light on it. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was fucking
It was solid.
fantastic. It had like the 3 zones, and then it also had the infrared zone if you were cooking fish.
Oh.
So I'd put fish on the infrared zone and not like catch my grill on fire from
Yeah.
fucking salmon oil, because I love grilling salmon.
Yeah, my grandparents grill salmon all the time, just
Oh, it's
on
so
their
good.
regular ass grill, and the older I got, the more I realized how fucking insane that is.
It's like, oh, so
Yeah.
you set the entire inside of the grill on fire. Nice.
My dad was a real big charcoal Weber guy. He had a
Charcoal's good. Charcoal's
Yeah.
tasty.
it was a I don't remember if it was actually any different than the normal just standard black charcoal Weber grills, the little circle ones, but his was gold and had a temperature gauge on it and a smokestack. And he fucking loved this thing, dude. We got it for him for his 50th birthday. And he was so heartbroken when we forgot it at the old apartment, and he went back to look for it, and it was gone. I've seen my dad cry 3 times in my life.
2 of those times were over that grill.
I thought it was going to be the 4th for sure. I was really shocked that he pulled it together last second. He looked like a tear was just about to start flowing.
Ugh. See, when you have a good grill and then all of a sudden that's taken away
It's
from you.
it's like losing a party. It really is.
Oh, it's like, god damn it.
That's why I can't get too into grilling, because I know I'll get too attached to my grill. I just know it. We have a grill at my new apartment, and we don't even fucking use it. We don't even know whose it is, first and foremost.
It's just there.
But I wouldn't even dare go out there and use it.
You ask the landlord, like, whose grill is this? Like,
I do enough grilling at work, so
yeah, true. Yeah, see, that's the next thing I wanted to get.
yeah.
It's flat top. I was shopping around because my big Weber that I had, because it was the 3 zone, you could swap out the wrought iron grates for other shit. And you could get like a flat top, you could get different size grates for like different shit, I guess. But I was like, oh, that flat top's like $110. I might have to splurge. And then we moved.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. So now I'm just dicking around with electric. The good thing about electric, though, and like how my patio is situated, I could just grill year round.
Yeah. Your patio is pretty well enclosed. It's pretty much like
it could be snowing outside.
yeah, it's pretty much just like another room in your house.
Yeah, except
Just
it's
with
open.
like fucking windscreens. Is there screens out there or is it open?
So there's the railing, and we have a screen that we put on it because of this one, because he could fully fit his body out the railing.
Yeah.
But there's like a
Your
slider.
130-year-old dog.
Yeah, my 255-year-old animal.
Bro's just doing the best he can to walk.
Dude, when he breathes, he inhales like...
Yeah. Bro needs a fucking CPAP machine while he's awake.
Yeah, he's still thinks he can attack big dogs though.
That's fucking hilarious.
There's like an Irish setter from like 3 rows down. Always, it's like a nice dog.
Yeah.
He goes ape shit.
Yeah,
Ape shit.
That's a little dog thing I've noticed. My
Yeah, big
my
dogs.
little dog he'll square up to the girlfriend's 120-pound Rottweiler sometimes, and this is a big fucking Rottweiler too. He's a Roddy Pinscher mix.
He's a sweet boy. He's a big baby boy.
Yeah, but he's a big baby
He is
boy.
a big
He is a
animal.
gargantuan baby boy. He's one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, my one of my uncles used to have Great Danes.
Okay.
He had a Great Dane.
I like Great Danes.
She lived to be. They're such gentle dogs.
Yeah.
But they're still like, oh, you could eat a baby
yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And
Their heads are like bigger than like human heads.
Yeah,
Well, most dogs' heads are bigger than human heads,
but like they're fucking huge.
yeah, they're like 3 heads.
Yeah, she lived to be 13.
Wow.
Which is mad old
that's
for
a
Great
good girl.
Danes.
That's
she
a
was
good girl.
fucking huge.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
She was big enough. Have you met my grandmother?
No.
Like in person?
Never.
She's like the size of my mother.
Okay.
This dog was big enough to be able to poke my grandmother in the chest with her nose.
Oh my god.
She was fucking giant.
That's a big dog.
And she wasn't like 4 feet tall, but like if she looked up, she could like boot
like on her back legs.
Not really.
Well, I mean on all fours?
Like a little hop.
Wow. Okay.
Like 4 inches off the ground, and she could like poke her in the chest. She's fucking huge. And it was also the reason I was afraid of dogs until I was like 12.
No, I was I've always been weird around big dogs too, because when I was I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but this is a little bit of a little mini childhood trauma dump from the Davester. Nothing major. When I was 12, me and my friend got attacked by a Rottweiler.
Ooh.
Took a chunk out of his calf, bit me in the neck.
What the fuck?
Yeah, big mean Rottweiler got off her fucking leash. She was like, must have been like in heat or something because it was like extra aggressive. It was our friend's dog that we had,
Whoa.
like a friend around the neighborhood.
Shit.
And she snapped one day, and fucking bit me, bit my friend.
Now did they adopt
Took a chunk
her?
out of his calf, like good solid like quarter-sized chunk, of fucking solid flesh.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was scary. We ended up being all right, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, dog didn't even get put down.
I mean, if you don't call like the cops on them,
No, we just
usually they don't like mandate.
yeah, we just freaked out and ran back to his house. But after that, I was always weird around big dogs. Not a lot of my friends had big dogs, so I kind of,
It's like
I didn't really get exposed to them much.
There's a lot of big ass dogs around here.
Yeah. So you could only imagine my dismay when I go to Ashland's house for the first time.
It's just got a fucking
your-
120-pound Rottweiler.
Her 120-pound Rottweiler that, by the way, looked exactly like the same Rottweiler that attacked us. Same coat color, that kind of like tannish brown color.
He's like, fuck.
Same size. It was scary. I literally like froze for a second and started shaking.
It's like,
And then he was like
no.
the nicest dog ever.
Yeah, he's a giant baby.
He's a very, very big baby. I tried picking him up the other day, and that's the only time I've ever heard him growl. Because I'll just hug him sometimes, because he's a big fucking teddy bear. And I just went to lift a little bit, he went, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, please. I'm going to cry.
Don't bite my friend's calf. Don't bite my friend's calf.
Mom.
This one gets angry at everything.
Yeah, dude, I've never pet him more than 3 times in a row.
Yeah, he's...
I can get 2-3 pets in, and then he'll... I made the mistake one time of touching his ear.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was furious.
Flipped out, dude.
He was livid.
He's a little son of a bitch.
Does he sleep face down? Is he asleep right now?
Yeah, he's knocked.
He looks like he just passed away.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not gonna lie, every once in a while.
You gotta check him?
Yeah, I'm just like, see?
Yeah, I'd be doing that to my dad sometimes. Dude, Sean never sleeps in his bed. He always falls asleep on the couch. And it's not that he doesn't breathe when he's sleeping, but like he'll like take real deep breaths and inhale and hold them for a second.
Oh god.
I don't know why. That must just be, from smoking everything he could get his hands on since he was like 12.
Every smokable
Every
substance.
cigarette, every
type
bud,
of
every
pipe.
rock of crack cocaine, every chunk of black tar heroin.
Just like, see?
Yeah. So
Nope.
he'll be laying on his back, and I'll walk in sometimes when I come back, like at night, and he'll just look dead. So I'll just give him a slap on the tummy or like poke him a little bit or just wash him for a second to make sure he's breathing.
You slap him in the face and he's just like...
Because you really can't tell.
Ugh.
Yeah. Or sometimes like his legs will be hanging off in his like one arm, and he'll look like he just shot up too much dope. And I'll have to like regather him back on the couch and be like, "You're almost falling off the couch, Dad." And I'll be like, "Oh, fucking."
Why'd you move? Why the fuck should you touch me? God damn.
Yeah. And then I'll like, I'll help him out, go upstairs like a good son, and then be like, "What the fuck on?"
On our last episode, we what was that bit even about?
We were talking about the cask of
Cask of
Amontillado.
That guy's just like, what the fuck?
Just what the fucking partner. This so bad telling me to do this. Yeah, that was another weird fucking book we had to read when we were way too young.
We got some weird text messages from my mom, like, what is going on in there?
That's such a fucked up story to have freshmen in high school read, too. Bro, that's about somebody kidnapping, beating, and murdering someone because he just thought he was a douchebag. Literally, that was his only... Wasn't that his only provocative for killing him? He just thought he was an asshole?
Yeah, they were old friends, and I think he thought the guy had become a dick.
Yeah.
So, like, after he went crazy, he invited the guy over, like, planning, like, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
I think he's an asshole. I'm going to ruin the rest of his life. Which, I mean, to be fair, there's some people that I'm like, yeah, you deserved it. Jake and I held hands during the entire... What?
You holding hands with Jake?
Oh, because I sent in one of the group chats I'm in, hold on. It'll be funnier if I read the actual thing out.
We need some context for this.
Group pissing starts in 10 minutes, and then...
Oh, like what we do before and after every podcast episode, our little ritual?
Exactly.
Our co-op piss?
And then somebody said, fuck, I missed it. And then someone else goes, you guys weren't at the usual spot. Did we change it? And then somebody else wrote, yeah, you missed it. Jake and I held hands during the whole thing and didn't break eye contact once. Was a really nice bonding moment.
That's how you get close to you. Is that just what being in a frat is?
Nah, being in a frat was more like, do you guys want to also awkwardly stand around in somebody's rented house with none of the lights on and like the LED lights that we hung up in the kitchen just changing between red, green, and blue with really loud music and nobody talking?
That sounds terrible.
It was awful.
That sounds horrendous.
I would die for those guys.
Yeah, those are my brothers.
Those are my brothers.
Yeah.
And
That's,
unfortunately, those are some of the strongest friendships besides you and I that I have currently.
I mean, hey, it's not about how you start. I guess it's how you finish.
There was no finishing going on. During any
None
of
at
those
all.
parties.
None of the slightest.
They were so bad.
Couldn't even jerk off with them or anything.
I would
Those were
literally,
those type of friends.
I'd go home. I'd get home at like 1. And my mom's like, "Oh, did you guys have a fun time?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, we had a circle jerk in somebody's basement.
We went in the basement because we thought it would be more fun in the basement because that's where all the girls went to get away from us.
So we followed them.
Yeah, we followed them. And then my girlfriend texted me and I realized I really don't want to be here. So I left.
Sounds like most of the parties I've been to in my life.
I was like, oh, I would have more fun on FaceTime with my girlfriend than these.
The only weirder
men.
thing that I can think of than being at a frat party is being at a party for a frat at a school you don't even go to, nor do you belong to the frat, which is something I did recently.
We did kick a bunch of people out from a party that happened like that. They made one. They had one, and it was the only one we ever did that was open invite.
Oof.
And then a bunch of randos showed up and like punched a hole in a wall.
Just a bunch of Kyles going to town on your drywall.
Yeah, and then I kicked the kid down a set of stairs.
Bro, Jakey's getting violent. Why have I never heard this story?
Yeah, so we had a frat party.
All right.
This was like probably 2 years ago now. This was literally my first year in the frat.
Okay.
I
So
kicked
like
the
your
kid-
first semester of college?
No, it was my 3rd semester of college because it was the first semester we had in person.
Okay.
We had a party.
Oh, that's right. You took like multiple gap years.
No. This was so my 3rd semester I did was the beginning of my sophomore year, so like summer or fall 2021.
Okay.
So it was before I had done any gap time. We had a party, and there was a kid like. Basically, we kicked everybody out, and then there was a kid who like wouldn't leave. So
Always that one guy, yeah.
Yeah, and you know how some houses, like you remember my old house, how it had the steps that led up to the side door?
Yeah.
Because the driveway was like a hill.
So it was like that.
It was like that, and he like sat at the top of the stairs and was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm not leaving." And so me and another kid proceeded to fucking punt him down the stairs.
That's fucking great. Yeah,
And he didn't even like tumble. He just like fucking slid and like fubba-da down the stairs.
Fubba-da. Just thudded down.
Yeah, and then the cops
Lumbered
showed
down
up.
the stairs eventually.
Yep, and then the cops showed up, and as they showed up, I got in my car and left. And it was like a red flag party, so we all had red T-shirts on.
Oh shit.
And somebody in the neighborhood had called the cops because there was like 90 teenagers in the road with red T-shirts on. So they thought it was like some kind of protest. So as I left, one of the cops stopped me and was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, we had a party for one of the frats at Rick, and somebody invited a bunch of randoms, so we kicked them all out." And he was like, "Oh, so this isn't some kind of like protest?" And I was like, "No, it's a
some kind of you will not replace us protest.
Yeah, I was like, "No,
No torch carrying going on.
we're all in red shirts. It's a long story, but this isn't anything political. Can I go home?" And he was like, "I guess, yeah." And so I just got in my car and left.
Didn't even ask if you drank or anything.
No,
just
I was
fucking
just like-
cool, I guess.
I was like, "Yeah, we kicked a bunch of people out, and I'm going home." And he was like, "What school was this for?" And I was like, "Rick." And he was like,
You guys have frats?
"All right." I was like, "Have a good night, officer."
I didn't know Rick had Greek life until you
Yep.
joined a frat.
I didn't know Rick had Greek life until one of the guys the kid whose number I took in high school lacrosse became the president of one of the frats at Rick.
Sick. Okay.
And was like, "Hey, you're going to Rick, right? You should join one of the frats." And I was like, "Okay." And then it turned out that they actually like completely fucked over the fraternity. Like him specifically and his like class of dudes like completely fucked over
Really?
our chances of ever having one. And I'm pretty sure this was the last semester that fraternity will ever be at Rick
Wow.
because
holy
of
shit.
it. Yeah, they owed the national like headquarters like $5,000,
Jesus fuck.
and then they forgave it, and then they owed them another like $3,500 and didn't pay it.
Wow.
Like they
Okay.
basically joined a frat, and
So
then
they just embezzled money out of this frat.
essentially, yeah, they all joined, and then nobody ever paid
Makes sense.
for like 6 years.
Wow. Okay.
And then me and like my group of guys all showed up, and we're like, "Oh hell yeah, fraternity!" And then we were like, "God damn it, this sucks."
Why is this?
They're gonna
like this?
shut us down. And then in the middle of the semester, they were like, "Guys, if we don't get 6 more dudes, they're shutting us down at the end of the semester." And I was like, "That's interesting because I'm dropping out." Bye.
So up that number to 7.
Yeah, up that to 7, and I'll shoot you guys $115, and that'll be it. And then I Venmo'd somebody $115. And I haven't seen any of them ever again.
So are you you're going back to college? Are you gonna join another frat, or are you like blacklisted from frats now?
No.
Because like, I know that my girl was in a sorority, and when we go to whatever college we go to, she wants to join that same sorority because the college we're both thinking of going to after we get out of our community college is they have a chapter of her sorority. I don't know if I should say the name of the sorority. I don't know if that matters, but I'm just gonna refrain from saying it, just out of respect for them. And
Yeah.
out of respect for my girlfriend. But
I mean, so like when I was at Rick, the fraternity that I was in wasn't even chartered. They were like what they call a colony.
so it was pretty much just a club.
Essentially, yeah, they're not like considered a real chapter. But where I will be going for school, they have an actual chapter that's been there for like 25 years. It's
Yeah,
also the largest fraternity in the country, so if you just Google largest, oldest fraternity in the country, it only has 2 letters, and it has something to do with a place in Italy. So you'll figure that out pretty fast. But they have a chapter at that college. So if...
Can you rush? Well, so I'm going to be transferring in as a junior. Would it make sense for me to rush a frat as a junior? Like, do guys do that? Like,
If you wanted to, yeah, it doesn't really matter. It was different. It was different for me at Rick because we were gonna be what's called founding fathers, which is like the first group of dudes that are initiated when a colony becomes a chapter. So there was gonna be like this huge fucking thing. There was gonna be a plaque and all this bullshit. But if it's already a chapter, just rush if you want to go,
Yeah.
and that it doesn't matter.
I'm thinking about doing that as, like, it means to get housing.
You could do that. You do still have to pay for it, though. It's not free.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's, if anything, it's more expensive.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
because
know that.
because you have to think. So, like, at the school that I'm going to, they have
We're going to the same school, by the way. For
where we're
like
going,
90%.
where we are going. If you go Greek life, the reason, essentially, that they like cut down through the rush week how many people can continue to rush, and then they do bids, which is where like 2 or more people that are in the fraternity have to vouch for you, is because there's limited space in the house, and the house has like cleaning people, a chef,
Yeah.
shit like that. So like we both know somebody that is in Greek life there. And you have to pay more for it because you have to pay your dues. But I also think they tack on a higher housing cost. But essentially, you live in like a mansion on campus.
Yeah.
Like, it is not
They're nice houses.
They're
I've seen plenty of frat
fucking
houses.
crazy. But at this school specifically,
Yeah.
they're insane.
Yeah, because that's like the rich part of the state.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So like,
The wealth
if you
gap
were gonna
in the state that we live in and that we're going to continue to go to college to, by the way,
ridiculous.
that one part of the state to all the rest of the state is insane. Newport County and South County down there. No, it's not called. It's not actually called South County. It's called Washington County, I think.
I think it's because some places, some signs say South County, and then like official documents say Washington.
Yeah.
So like I don't even.
So
know.
I guess it's probably interchangeable terms, but
It's like a ridiculous
like
wealth gap.
yeah, South County and like Aquidneck Island down there. It's
If
like,
you live on Aquidneck Island, I immediately hate
I was
you.
down there today, and these houses down there, dude,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
But
Took a walk around a neighborhood
I mean, they
in-
probably would call the cops
in
on you
Jamestown.
just for walking around. Yeah.
No, I actively was doing it. And these houses were like, I got so many looks from people outside. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
See people peeking through the blinds, like, what the fuck?
He's poor white. Look at him.
I bet
Shame
you,
on him.
I bet you he
Shame on
speaks with
him.
an accent.
Mother, look at this poor white.
Yeah. But yeah, the sorority houses are like next level.
Yeah.
But even the frat houses, like, I guess you would consider this like a luxury apartment.
Yeah.
They make this look like it's a box on the road.
Yeah. I went to
it's
my
actually
girlfriend's
scary.
old sorority house, and it was legitimately an entire dorm just for this one sorority. There was like 20 girls that lived there.
Yeah, it's just a whole dorm.
It's beautiful dorm, by the way.
Yeah, they were gonna do that at Rick. Supposedly, if we got chartered this next fall, there's a building on campus that used to be like basically suites for up to 16 people to live in. Instead, like I used to live in a suite that was 4. This would have been like 16, and there was huge. Do you know? Remember? So you know on that road to like go through the campus.
Yeah.
You know how we would take a right?
I think I know exactly what building you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that's right on the road that was like always dark.
Yep.
Because it was empty.
Okay.
That's the one that's 16 person suites. They were gonna let Greek life because there's 2 sororities and 2 fraternities. They were just gonna give each of us a floor.
Wow.
But then I think my fraternity got dissolved, so I don't think they're gonna do that.
Sure.
But at this other school, dude, it's actually kind of pathetic because
I think we can say the name.
yeah,
of the
we've
school. We're going
said
to
URI. We've said Rhode Island enough on this fucking podcast that I don't know why we're being so vague.
Yeah.
URI's frat houses are fucking ridiculous.
I've
was
only ever been
pathetic.
on the URI campus once or twice though, and it's a really nice campus.
I've only been once to check it out for going to school.
Yeah.
And I went in the dorms. If you're not in Greek housing, Rick looks better.
Yeah.
Like Rick was huge with high ceilings and like
Those were nice dorms you lived in there.
yeah, they were pretty nice. URI, it's all like they call it a suite, but it's really 4 bedrooms in the same hallway that share a toilet, 2 sinks, and a shower.
Yeah.
That's like down the hallway. And it doesn't look that enticing.
The
But
worst
if I have
dorms
to live there, I'll live there.
The worst dorms I've ever seen anywhere. And I'm going to say this school's name because I do not give a fuck and I have zero interest in going into this school. One of the most expensive schools in our state to go to is Roger Williams University in Bristol,
Roger
Rhode
Williams
Island.
Fucking disgusting.
Dude, these dorms, I went there for a wrestling camp going into my junior year of high school. I stayed in a dorm. I had a dorm to myself. It was maybe the size of like your bedroom, and it's supposed to be a 2-person dorm.
The fuck?
Yeah, it was literally like a hotel setup,
Yeah.
and then there was 2 bathrooms per floor.
What the fuck? See, that's what I never get is like, if you're gonna advertise something as a suite, why?
Yeah. And like the rest of the campus is beautiful. Even the common rooms
Yeah.
inside of the dorms are fucking like beautiful. But these rooms were shit. And this is like for in-state tuition, it's like a $45,000 a year school. So like, where does that fucking money go?
Roger Williams is weird though, because they give a lot of free rides.
Do they?
Yeah, like for a lot of the programs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like remember the criminal justice shit we were able to do at the high school?
Yeah.
if you got that, it was literally like 75% off.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, they take a lot of money from the Fed and from the state and just like pump it into the
Which
faculty.
is fucking weird because it's a private college. So
Well,
they shouldn't be able to take federal funding, no?
It's private the way that like New England Tech is private.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you have to take a test to get in, but if you fail the test, they're like, it just costs more.
Huh.
Like I got into New England Tech off the test, and they were like, "Oh, cool, that takes like $30,000 off your tuition." And I was
There
like,
was a couple colleges I got into though, like I got into Rutgers.
"Yeah, Rutgers is the same. It's the
It
same
was
type
the
of
same
shit.
thing.
Where it's like it's a private school, but they take state and federal
Yeah,
funding."
and I passed the test and everything, and the guidance counselor that I was talking to from there was like, "That's good that you passed the test. You'll get a lot off your tuition." I was like, "I could still go if I failed the test." He's like,
"What the fuck?"
"Well, yeah. I mean,
Technically, it's a public.
we try
school.
to turn away as little students as we can." And I was like,
This is a business.
"So I
statement.
sweated over that for nothing."
I could have just wrote my name and drew
But
dicks all
obviously,
over
I
it.
didn't go to Rutgers.
Imagine we went to Rutgers.
Bro, I didn't. I literally just tried to see if I could get in for shits and giggles. Like, I didn't even tell my parents I got into Rutgers. I still to this day don't think they know I got into Rutgers.
I almost went to fucking UConn.
I almost went to UC Davis. That would have been wild if I went across the country.
We should go on
To
a road
upstate California. Fucking, like, all the way up in NorCal.
trip. You just have to deal with the drought, even though it's like, it's 60
Yeah.
degrees on a good day, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta still conserve water."
Yeah, literally, like,
The south of the state,
one
it's
of the reasons I didn't
150.
go was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to California, but the climate's, like, the same here.
It's like, oh, good, Rhode
in
Island, but the
Northern
other
California. Yeah.
side. If you drive 25 minutes up the road, you're in Seattle.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, nice, a lot of macrame and rain up here.
Yeah.
There's mad redwoods and crusty old hippies.
The only California school that I applied to that I would have gone to if I got into, because you'd be a fool not to go to, was Stanford. But I didn't get into Stanford.
I was gonna say, if you got into Stanford and you're still here, I could.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I didn't get rejected right away. Like I thought. So I thought I had a chance to get into it, but
You got like third cut.
dude,
Yeah,
I got
third,
like
third round cut.
yeah, bro. I was waiting for like a solid 4 months for an answer back from Stanford. I thought that I was gonna get in.
You got gloves but no helmet.
Yeah, I got I thought I was gonna at least make the practice squad.
Yeah.
But
It's like, I'll shag balls for a year. Fuck
nope, I didn't get into Stanford.
it. I didn't apply to any other schools besides Rick.
I applied to a lot of schools,
Yeah.
and then just said fuck it, I'm going to the Navy, which was dumb on my behalf because I got into plenty of schools.
well, like you had like a decent athletic record too, and like decent GPA. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I was a
fuck it.
pretty well-rounded student. That's what I was trying for because I was like, all right, I want to get the fuck out of Rhode Island. I want to go to an out-of-state school.
And then
so-
everybody comes back.
Yeah.
Everybody comes back.
So I got into I think I got from what I can remember off the top of my head, I got into like 6 schools that were out of state. I got into Penn State, Mont Alto.
All right.
I got into UConn. I got into Rutgers. I got into fucking UNH, UMaine. And I got into Vermont.
Dude, should we go to UMaine?
Maybe their out of state tuition's really not bad.
Should we go to fucking UMaine?
I'd go to UMaine. I'd go to Vermont.
Comment if you think we should go to UMaine.
Honestly, UMaine might be sick, especially if you, me, and our girlfriends went together. Is Ashley in school? No.
She
doesn't go to college?
School. She's not going to school.
Oh.
If I go to UMaine, she's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Have fun."
She'll be like, "Fucking all right, see you on spring break." I
Yep.
guess.
I'll be here. I wonder. Hold on, I'm gonna Google this because I don't know if UMaine has the major that I want. Because the major that I want, you can't get at a lot of colleges. You can usually.
Could we take a 5-minute break so I can go take a pressure washer piss in your toilet?
Yes.
Alright.
We have returned.
We are back.
We might be going to UMaine.
I have significantly less urine in my body and have made my college decision. I will continue my academic and athletic career at UMaine.
At the University of Maine, at Farmington. But yeah.
Yeah. College guy stuff.
Correct.
Yes.
We are.
Indubitably.
We are much younger than people who normally make podcasts. We have a limited scope on life.
Yeah.
Did you just kick me, dude?
Randy's throwing kicks in his sleep.
Yeah. Nah, he was awake.
Oh, really? He just got an urge to
My clap in to do the pause. Fucking woke his
rattle
ass
him
up.
a little bit. Oh, poor big fella. He's 130 years old, dude. We can't be waking him up like that.
Wait, in dog years, so he's
he's one
he's
he's one yawn away from eternal sleep.
yeah, so he's 13. He's 91.
That is an old fucking man you got laying next to you, dude.
He's vibing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's he has this thing called Urquilia or something.
That sounds racist.
Something like one of those. Basically, it's Lyme disease. But it's been like dormant in his body.
Oh my God, poor thing.
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed some words that we use in like daily life sound like they could be a racial slur if said in the correct tone.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Like denim.
Fucking denims.
Yeah. Like that sounds fucked up. You didn't say anything fucked up, but that sounds pretty fucked up.
They're fucking ruining our communities. Goddamn denims.
Those goddamn denims. I'll tell you what's really fucking up our country. Those fucking denims, bro.
Those fucking scrapers,
Boy,
bro.
do I have scrapers.
Anything
Those
that ends in
squeegees.
anything that ends in an ER, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Throw that
you
around.
kind of just like duck a little bit when you hear like, whoa, what
Hey,
did you just say?
yo, all right, relax. Dude's throwing haymakers in the conversation. Did you see that Barstool guy got fucking his show canceled and he got fired for dropping a hard N-bomb?
Really?
Yeah, first episode.
What the fuck?
It was this dude that they like gave a show because he was a guest.
Yeah.
He was a frequent guest on like some other guy's show, and they were like, "Oh, we'll give him a morning show." First episode, they give him
Just nuking him with hard R's.
drops one. He was doing Bone Thugs and Harmony lyrics.
All right.
They were doing like morning karaoke.
Hard
drops.
R?
Yeah, live
Live.
drops it.
What the fuck, dude? That's...
And they were like, we can't cut that out because it's
Yeah.
live. And he was like,
You just said that.
he was like, I'll be all right. Dave Portnoy owns this company. And then Dave Portnoy was like,
Yeah, fucking no you won't. Get out of my fucking studio.
he's like, hey, we're owned by a different company now. You can't be throwing that around.
We're not a real big fan of that there language, and you know, me and
We would have cut it out otherwise.
yeah.
But
Me and the Stoolies are gonna have to let you go, buddy.
yeah, you gotta watch out in the streets in New York now. You might get punched in the face by a 22-year-old girl in a sorority holding a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
That was
You
a
really
terrible Dave Portnoy impression.
You really fuck yourself over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
hey,
Dave
guy.
Portnoy even from Massachusetts?
No,
I
not
think
at
so.
all.
He's Jewish. There's no way he can be from
Yeah, he's
Massachusetts.
not
There's not a
from
lot
Mass.
of Jews in Mass.
No, you know where there's a lot of Jews?
Where?
Fucking New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
going to work at a summer camp for Jewish kids, and most of them are from New Jersey,
Pennsylvania,
or
New
Brooklyn.
Jersey.
Just Brooklyn.
Yeah, they keep them locked down in New York.
All right. Whoa. Take it easy there. You're really skating on thin ice there.
Yep. My cousin's wife just followed the Instagram, so I'm sure that's gonna make it back.
Yeah.
How we doing?
How's it going,
What's
Jess?
going on? You saw that too. It was at like 9 this morning. She
Yeah,
followed
bro.
on Instagram. I was
But
like,
hey,
"Fuck."
by the way, 50th follower on our
50th
Instagram.
follower. What's up, Jess? Yeah, she
That's what we're gonna do for now on. Whenever you follow our Instagram, we're just gonna shout out
just gonna drop your
your
names.
legal first name.
Yeah. What's up, Jessica?
Thanks for the subscription, Jessica Medeiros.
Don't. All right.
Well, you're gonna have to bleep that.
I'm
out.
bleeping that part out, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
You ever
Dude,
sit around?
I was getting ready this morning because I went over to my grandmother's house to like weatherize. So like every major.
Bro, you just go on side quests every day.
I do.
swear.
Because I don't go to school now. On my days off, I'm just like Lil Uzi Vert. I'm just doing shit.
I texted you at noon, and you were getting fucking burgers. You're at Stanley's
I was
Hamburgers.
in the middle of CF trying not to get shot while I eat a fucking Stanley burger.
Now you drop on me that you want to weatherize something for your grandmother.
No.
You haven't even gotten halfway through the story, and I'm already, this is the best story I've heard in a while. Let's hear it.
When you're a 21-year-old Portuguese and you work 45 hours a week, your days off are only side quests. It's like, we need to go to Fall River to get shitties.
Is that how your grandmother talks?
No. So it's funny because she was raised, her mom was Portuguese and her dad was Italian.
Oh.
And her dad was hardcore.
God bless her.
Her dad was part of the ITAM.
Really?
Which is the Italian-American war veterans thing. Because he was a fucking combat dude in World War II.
Right.
Like, killed some Nazis and shit.
That's how Italians got their whitehood.
Yeah, they were
all
like,
fought in World War II.
They're like, oh, you
you
killed a bunch of Nazis? Those are my brothers.
They're just going over there with their slick back hair and their clean shaven faces. Like, so this fucking Hitler guy. Let's go take care of him, boys.
Yeah, if they had done the Beach of Normandy with just WAPs, bro.
Bro, if it was just WAPs that fought
they would have captured Hitler. They would have had that dude in 3 weeks.
They would have walked straight through that fucking line of defense with all those machine guns.
They're doing what to the fucking Jews?
Yeah.
No, not happening.
No, come on now. Come on. You don't have to go and do that. What the fuck?
We put him in ghettos in Brooklyn. It's fine. All of a sudden, this guy's what is he doing? Trains? Nope. We don't fuck with the rails. We don't fuck with railroads.
I'm going to call Paulie and Johnny. We'll be there in 15 fucking minutes, all right?
Tommy with the eyes bringing his pipe.
Tommy with the eyes, Jimmy with the foot. Paulie with the cock on him the size of a horse.
Yep. Paulie Horsecock's going to come down.
Paulie Horsecock's going to come.
Show this Adolf fag what's going on. I'm going to have to bleep that out.
You're going to, yeah. But yeah, if they stormed the beaches of Normandy with Italians, World War II would have been over in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
By the way,
it had also been going on. It had also been going on for like 6 years, and then the U.S. was like, "Shit, we got to do something about this."
That's it.
Calling
the WAPs.
Get them greasy hook-nosed sons of bitch.
Get them with their brass knuckles and leather jackets to come over here and settle this, please.
We gotta get those fucking thugs,
bro. If General Patton was Italian, forget it. All right, so what we're gonna do?
All right, so listen, I'm gonna go down there.
We fucking tried to barter with these people. They would not stop having a genocide in Germany and most of Eastern Europe. They just would not do it.
So I told Nona what's going on.
So I says to her, what are we gonna do about this, Nona?
I said, Nona.
She said, "Usika basso." I don't speak Italian.
I said, Nona, me and the boys are gonna go see what this Hitler guy's got going on. Gonna go give him a little talking to. Do I have your blessing? And she said, "Oh,
in nombre de Padre.
In nombre de Padre and de Santos, Amen." If they had sent
all right, yeah. Now that we got the blessing.
Yeah, if they had sent just Italians, it would have been like 3 bishops and then like 9 regular guys, and we would have had it done in 3 weeks. The bishops would have been there.
They would have been all dressed. They wouldn't have even been wearing like
military clothing. No. It'd be 3 Catholic bishops in the full garb with the staff, and then like 9 dudes in wife beaters and fucking
wife
jeans.
Beaters.
Some guys wearing a Union jacket.
Tommy guns. One of them was wearing a fedora with a feather in it.
Yeah.
All their chest hairs hanging out.
Yeah, they would have had to get 9 guys from the local 247, and we would have had World War II down pat.
Maybe a couple of mechanics.
Yeah, a couple guys working just to keep the tank moving, because it would have been 1 tank.
It
wasn't like an army of tanks. It would have been 1.
None of them would have ever not had a cigarette in their mouth.
Oh my God, they would have had the airdrop.
Bro,
like
Marlboros in parliaments for days.
No, it was Lucky Strikes. Back then it was Lucky Strikes.
That's right. This is the 40s we're talking about. Come on now.
The U.S.
said something so Lucky Strike phobic there. I should be stricken down by my.
Yeah. When I drop you back off at home, you're going to get shot by one of the local Guidos.
Dude's going to pop out of the shadows in a fucking pinstripe suit with a Tommy gun.
Pepe's going to gun you down like fucking Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Listening to fucking Italian jazz.
Yeah. You're gonna go to open your door to walk in the house, and you're just gonna hear. That's gonna be the last thing you hear. Yeah. But nah, so I went to my grandmother's house because like every major season change, so like fall into winter and then spring into summer. there's always some shit for me to do over there. So like for the summertime, I gotta like go take the deck chairs out, turn the water on for the hoses, take the cover off the air conditioner, shit like that. And she was like, "Oh, she was like, do that, and then we'll go to lunch." So like, I was getting ready for that. So I woke up at like a normal time instead of waking up how I usually do at my days off, where I wake up at 7 to take Randy out, then I fall
and then you
asleep.
just sleep until you can't.
I sleep on the couch until about 9:30 when he has to go out again, and then I get in the shower around noontime and like start my day at like 1:30.
Yeah.
So I got up like I was going to work, just to like emotionally prepare myself for two 80-year-old women trying to conversate. Well, because it was her and her friend from church.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I go over there. I'm getting ready.
All right.
And I'm like sitting on the couch, and I get the notification that my cousin followed us. And I was like, fuck.
I have some explaining to do now.
It was fine when your husband followed because he's cool.
So
now
is she the biological cousin or is the
No,
husband?
he's the biological cousin.
Okay.
She's the married into cousin.
Okay.
They were the first cousin marriage. So I went to their wedding when I was like, my grandfather had just died that spring. So I was like 10.
Oh, so these are significantly older cousins.
Yeah, it's the cousin that he's 13 years older than me, and I'm exactly 13 years older than his oldest son.
Okay.
Which is terrifying because that means that his son is going to turn 8. And I vividly remember on my 13th birthday holding a newborn child.
Oh, you guys have the same birthday.
Yeah, he was born
that's
on
rad.
my 13th birthday.
That's
like
rad.
2 a.m. And my mom woke me up and was like, "Hey, guess who had her baby?" And I was like, "No fucking way."
I gotta share my fucking birthday
I was
now.
like, "God damn it." So for the first like 5 years of the kid's life,
Yeah.
we'd have like, don't lift that. That's a real hard drive. That's not an SSD.
All right.
So if you move it, the spinning disc is going to like... Anyway, so for the first like 5 years of the kid's life, we'd have like a birthday party together, or like a party that I was also a part of.
Mm.
And then I would just do like what we normally do with our friends.
Your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, fucking
28th, right?
Yeah, 18 days. I will be 21 years old.
Gotta grab some brewskis.
Grab a brewski or two-ski.
Two-ski brewskis at least.
I asked for my birthday off from work.
I'll also ask for your birthday off.
And my manager goes, "You're turning 21, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You can have the day off after too." Like the next day as well. I was
Thanks.
like, "Yes, let's go."
Yeah, I had to take the next day off too, because I got fucking blasted on my 20. I was the only person that got drunk too.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was pretty funny.
You were the only one who was like, I'm like,
was I really that? I really don't remember being that drunk. I remember like you leaving, and then like I woke up on the couch the next morning.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't think I was that drunk until like right before everybody left.
Yeah, when I left, I remember looking at Ashlyn and being like, nice. And then like you walked me to my car, and we had like a little gay happy birthday bro hug. And I was like, this kid's fucking knocked.
Yeah, I was sauced. I was
like, I didn't do anything tonight, and this kid's fucking trashed.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. But for my 21st birthday, I'm probably just going to have an exorbitant amount of my friends over here.
Okay.
And like maybe like a podcast episode.
Okay.
We could turn it into something stupid.
Word. All right.
Or I might be going to like Mohegan with my mom. We haven't really figured
Mohegan
that out
shit. Go to Foxwoods.
I said that as well, and she also said that. So we might be making it a Foxwoods night. Last time I went to Twin, I walked out with like $300.
I got
which is
cleaned
scary.
out at Foxwoods the other day.
Well, like casinos scare me because like I always have really good luck with slots. Because I just bounce around. I put $40 in and walked out with $291.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's solid.
And the only reason I put all 40 in was because I found that if you start a slot machine with a voucher that has money on it, instead of putting in cash, your odds are fucked. Like, so what I do is I go to games that have racing multipliers. So, like, there's a couple different types of slot machines that do this. But basically, you run the wheels, and every wheel has on it, like, a free game thing.
Yeah.
There are some of them where after they've stopped, the free game things will shift up one. And usually when they shift up one, after like 3 or 4 spins, all of the wheels align for free games. And then you get like 15 free ones. And the odds on those free games are always crazy.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get that, you immediately just start getting free game after free game. But you have to scale your bets with the amount of money that you have on the machine. So, like, when I throw a 20 in, I'll only spin for, like, 50 cents, 75 cents. And then as I start going up and up, I'll start going to, like, $1, $1.50, $4. At one point, I was spinning with $315. I was doing $5.50 or a spin.
Wow.
And then I stopped getting free games because it was like, all right, we gave you fucking $400, relax.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah,
my grandmother was like, we gotta leave already, and I was like, if we
I'm
don't,
leaving.
if we don't, I'm losing $1,000 on the slot machine because my mom was like, be careful because this is your own money.
Yeah.
Because when I turned 18, we went to Twin and she gave me like $100, but
yeah.
This time we went to bring my grandmother out because she loves the casino. And I threw 40 of my own dollars in there. Dude, I can tell you, I understand how people have gambling addictions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because so we did that like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Probably closer to like a week and a half ago. I'm not exaggerating. Every single day since I went, I've been like, I want to hit up Twin real quick.
Yeah, that's how I feel. If I like multiple nights in a row, like have a beer.
You're like, I could keep doing this.
Yeah, I was like, I could knock back a couple of these every night. Yeah,
I could stop at the liquor store every Sunday and just have like a quick 2 brewski night every night.
Yeah, and then that's how
That's
alcoholism
how
starts.
Fucking pancreatitis.
That's how you end up knocking back 30 racks of Bud Light 3-4 times a week. Bro, watching my parents drink is insane. They can't, once they start, they cannot stop.
They're just like, all right, well, we're doing this till we got to go to bed.
Dude, I've watched my mother kill 40 beers in a night and then wake up the next morning and just go to work for most of my childhood. It's not like an abnormal thing for her to do.
At least she's functioning.
Yeah. She's just killing cases of Bud. Like a case and a half.
Throwing back some BLs with the boys. Yeah. And by with
Bro,
the boys, I mean
you can
QVC.
hear her audibly take sips. That's how big a gulps. She literally, like, she can crush a Bud Light can in 3 sips.
That's
just
impressive.
Opens up the hatch and just pours them.
Just gulps them down. Dude, when we go to New Hampshire with every year I go to New Hampshire for, like, 4 or 5 days with my girlfriend's family. Because, like, her whole extended family goes for, like, a week or more to this. They had a timeshare, but they paid it off, so they basically, like, have a house in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Her dad has one of the like top level 150 strength GMC Denali trucks, so that's like a decent bed. They're there for 7 days. They go 2 separate times to that first liquor store. You know that giant liquor store as you get into New Hampshire? They go 2 separate times to that liquor store during the week and fill the bed of his truck with 30 racks of Mick Ultra.
Jesus Christ.
And then they're still like, we're running low on beers. Like, fuck, it's insane.
That is.
They get those, the like retail level trash bag, the stupid shitty clear trash bags we get at work.
Mm-hmm.
They take one of those a night. And we all play blackjack. And when I tell you we fill probably 2 a night of just various BLs, Mick Ultras, fucking Trulies, liquor bottles.
That sounds like a good fucking time, dude.
It's
Holy shit.
hilarious.
We should.
You got like two 53-year-old people out there who are not blood related ripping Bernies on the patio.
That is
There's like a
hilarious.
3-year-old running around playing with trucks. I'm throwing down $50 on blackjack. Her uncle with the trach in is like $3 bets. And I'm like, let's fucking go.
Bro, we should take
the
a New
kid.
Hampshire
The
trip.
mom of the kid is throwing back her third Truly. And I'm like, yeah.
That's it. We got to take a New Hampshire trip.
We got to go to New Hampshire, dude.
You, me, our girls.
Oh, it's a fun time. Maybe we'll do that for my 21st.
That would be sick.
Because my habibi wants to already go on like a little trip because I'm going obviously with them again this year.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking full week of no pay. But because I'm full time, I might get paid for it. I
go.
might get like a 40-hour week payout.
There you go.
So I'm not worried about it this year. But we should probably.
We got to take some sort of trip together.
Yeah, we got to take a trip. On that note,
you ever? Closing thought. You ever lay around and just think about
Constantly.
how to improve already existing sports?
Mostly about how sixes is ruining lacrosse, but yes.
All right. Well, I conceptualized strip football today.
I don't think you're the first
Hear
one
me
to
out.
do that.
All right, no, listen, hear me out. So,
Like men's strip football?
men's strip football.
All right,
yes,
you might
like-
be the first one to do that.
So, well, yeah, there's lingerie football, obviously, but I'm talking about this as a means to humiliate the other team.
The Browns are always naked.
that's what you just,
Dick
bro.
and
You
nuts
just stole the
hanging out.
punchline of the joke. So, yeah, you play a team. The NFL can adopt this rule if they want. The NFL, we know you're listening.
Obviously.
Please adopt strip rules.
I almost said Mitch McConnell.
What does he have to do with any of this?
I don't know. I was trying to think of like the head of the NFL, and the first person that
Roger
popped in
Goodell?
my head was Yeah. I
Roger
saw
Goodell.
Roger Goodell in my head and thought Mitch McConnell.
Roger Goodell. We know that you're one of the 75 streams we get per episode.
We know.
It's all right.
You're the guy who listens from Foxborough. I don't know why he'd be in
No,
Foxborough.
he fucking hates the Kraft family. So, in my version of American football, strip football, every time you score a touchdown, every player on the opposing team has to take an article of equipment off. So obviously they can start with the cleats, but you run up the score a bit, they have to start taking off serious equipment, like their shoulder pads and their helmets and their pants. And eventually, if you put up enough points on a team, they end up naked. And that is the beauty of strip football. You ever try to tackle somebody in full equipment with nothing on? It's not fun. Now imagine that when you really don't have anything on.
That could make the games very fast.
It would be a little it would be a little R-rated for the kids. It wouldn't be a family thing. You could probably do it on like a Thursday night game or a Monday night game. But I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to toy around with.
That could possibly be a good time. The only thing I'd be worried about is like testicular torsion.
Yeah, that'd be a very real issue.
Yeah, that would
A
probably.
lot of guys would lose their genitals and their eyes and their fingers and some pretty significant surface area of their skin.
Although to get past that, you could just get neutered.
Could just get neutered. Or you could let them keep the cups on. Let them keep their
Yeah, just like a jock strap.
yeah, just a jock strap.
Yeah, jock strap exclusively. No mouth guards. Dudes are missing teeth.
Well, I
Like,
mean, I
oh,
guess
are
they
you a
could keep
hockey
the mouth
player?
guard,
No, I
yeah.
play strip football.
Well, I play for the Texans.
Yeah, I play for the Bills.
I'm the starting free safety on the Houston Texans. Oh, God bless your soul, dude. That would be the worst job ever. They'd have to pay people billions of dollars to do that.
They already fucking do.
Hey, who
goddammit.
wants to be our defensive back? They'd have to start pulling guys out of the stands.
Yeah, you
Come here, get naked.
get the fuck down here. You already
play-
painted your
You
chest.
play safety in high school? Yeah, come here.
You play safety in fucking Pop Warner.
They'd have to start going back to guys' Pop Warner resumes. Oh
Pop
my
Warner
God.
highlights on on Huddle.
I don't want him to cover fucking Justin Jefferson in a jockstrap. What the hell is this? Fuck this, dude. I'm going to a good team.
I heard
I'm
the
gonna go play
Pats.
for the Chiefs. Oh my god.
I heard the Raiders needed a kicker.
I don't even care if I start.
Yeah, fuck
I'd
it.
prefer it if I didn't.
At least I don't have to be fucking dick out. Yeah, my nuts swinging.
At least I could put one of those coats on
Yeah.
the sideline that they have.
Yeah, fucking Josh Allen's ripping my pubes out.
broke up a pass with my chest hair. It looks like I got waxed.
Yeah. Popped one of my nuts in Tom Brady's mouth.
It was not worth the sack at all.
No, those teeth are
I
so
could have
straight.
gone without padding my stats for this one
Yeah.
game. We were already getting blown out.
I had my bush in Tom Brady's nose. They'd have to
Oh.
make that a rule, like you can't straight up
Can't
teabag players.
Only if you're naked.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, they changed the overtime rules.
Yeah. Who was the guy who was like the main player on the Seahawks? That like made a dick of himself when they played the Pats in the Super Bowl.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah, they're like, guys, can you please stop putting your whole scrotum in Richard Sherman's mouth?
He kind of phased out of the league.
Can
after,
you guys stop coming in Richard Sherman's
He had
hair?
those couple good years in the league. By the way, that was probably one of the. I know that you're not a big football guy. If you listen to this and you're a big football guy, you know that was one of the best defensive backfields that probably ever existed.
Oh, I know for a fact he was a phenomenal football player because that was when I started watching football.
That whole unit, him, Brandon Browner,
Yeah, that was a
Earl
great
Thomas,
team. He was just a dick.
That defensive secondary was crazy, and they had Bobby Wagner as their middle linebacker. They had a couple other good linebackers. They had an insane defensive line.
He was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
Yeah.
It was just a terrible sport.
Yeah,
He wasn't even a bad guy. He was just a dick on the field.
Yeah, he walked up to the fucking camera and they were like,
Yeah.
what was it? It was like 27-0
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck it was, and he was like, oh,
Yeah.
and then we stuffed them.
Yeah. That was
That was the first time I lost my voice from screaming
Mm-hmm.
at my uncle's house. We were watching that Super Bowl, and we literally,
My
you know when you're watching a game and you're like, all right, time to pack up and go. Like,
Yeah.
obviously we lost. They brought it back. It was the first football game I ever watched. I was screaming so loud, I lost my voice.
So I was we had a little watch party at my house, and my dad's drunk buddy was just saying bullshit the whole time, like trying to like call out what's gonna happen on the next play and shit, like this, stuff that
I'm sure
drunk middle-aged men do.
Classic.
He called it. That play where it was like when Malcolm Butler picked the ball off on the goal line or in the end zone.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah, he was in the end zone. And he looks at me, he's like, "What do you say, Dave? Interception right here?" And I was like, "Well, it's 3rd and goal."
We're 27-0.
And this is when they still had Marshawn Lynch too. So Marshawn Lynch was just a fucking put his head down and run through guys type of back. And I was like, there's no way they're throwing it here. Like, that's not happening.
And
We're
then they
about to
fucking
lose the
threw
Super
it.
Bowl right here. And he's like, "No, interception. Watch right now." Sure enough, Wilson drops back and throws a pick. I'm like, no fucking way. No fucking way. That was insane. Bro got he called 30 plays wrong, but he got that one right. And whenever you see him, that's one of the first things he talks about if you bring up football.
He's like, I called.
He's like,
that
I
shit.
fucking called it. I knew he was gonna throw it there. Everybody was expecting the run. That's why he was gonna throw it. He doesn't even know football that well.
No,
But
he's like me. It's
he
like
just-
I called it.
He just got lucky.
Kicked me in the side.
But yeah,
On that note,
on that note,
go Pats. Thank you for watching.
and let's make strip football a thing.
Yeah, let's get strip football going. Put up in the comments your favorite football team and fight with people in the comments about which one is better. Obviously, it's the other guy, and you're just defending yourself because you're a little pussy in the internet comments. Follow us on Instagram at youhaveschoolpod. Send any questions or suggestions you have at youhaveschoolpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/youhaveschoolpod. And, yeah.
Follow our personal Instagrams and our
and our
podcast
regular
Instagram.
Instagram.
that'll be all linked in the show notes and everything.
Everything's in the description. Give us $1 a month. You'll get to see extra episodes and random postings from the two of us because we're going to actually start using that in the hopes that people will catch on. And make sure you share with your friends. Show them the two idiots that you like to watch barp and fart.
Barp and fart and shit and talking about yerking it.
Thank you so much.
I think that if we get enough Patreon subscribers, we should just start sending them videos of us jerking off.
I mean, you can do that on Patreon.
You could. It's pretty much like OnlyFans. We're joking. We're joking. That
if you want to pay us $100 a month, I'll give you a tribute video.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Too, honestly. Good night. So long, farewell. We love you all.
Bye.